Training your brain to enjoy the toughest challenges is not an easy feat. It is, however, one of the most rewarding things you can do for personal growth, success, and mental resilience. Our minds are wired for survival, which means we naturally gravitate toward comfort and safety. This predisposition can often make tough challenges feel like threats instead of opportunities. However, by consciously reshaping our thought patterns and conditioning our brains, we can learn to not only endure but actively enjoy difficult situations. At the core of this idea is the understanding that mental strength, much like physical strength, can be trained. The brain is malleable. Through consistent effort, it adapts and changes in response to our habits and attitudes. The key to enjoying difficult challenges lies in reframing the way we perceive them. And by adjusting our mindset, we create an environment where growth is valued over comfort. One of the first steps in this mental training is understanding the difference between a fixed mindset and a growth mindset, terms coined by psychologist Carol Dweck. In a fixed mindset, people believe that their abilities are static and unchangeable. When faced with a tough challenge, they are more likely to feel threatened because the challenge is seen as a test of their innate capabilities. A failure is viewed as a reflection of their inadequacy. In contrast, people with a growth mindset see challenges as opportunities to improve. They believe that abilities and intelligence can be developed through effort. Therefore, failure is not a reflection of who they are, but simply part of the learning process. Shifting to a growth mindset is crucial when training your brain to enjoy tough challenges. The language we use when speaking to ourselves has a profound impact on how we approach difficulties. If you repeatedly tell yourself that something is too hard, your brain will believe it, and you'll respond with resistance. On the other hand, reframing the challenge into something positive, "This is going to make me better," or "I can learn from this," helps turn what once felt like an obstacle into an opportunity. When you consciously choose empowering thoughts, your brain starts building new neural pathways that support this way of thinking. Over time, it becomes easier and more natural to adopt an optimistic, growth-oriented approach toward challenges. It's also essential to normalize discomfort. After all, difficult challenges are inherently uncomfortable. Our brains tend to avoid discomfort because it triggers feelings of anxiety and stress. However, when you understand that discomfort is part of the growth process, it becomes easier to tolerate. A useful analogy is physical exercise. When you lift weights, you're deliberately putting stress on your muscles so they grow stronger. Similarly, when you face a tough challenge, you're putting stress on your brain, and over time, it will adapt and grow stronger. One powerful way to train your brain to handle tough challenges is to embrace failure as a necessary part of success. We often hear stories of famous innovators, athletes, and entrepreneurs who faced multiple failures before achieving greatness. But the truth is, these individuals didn't just endure failure. They learned to embrace it as an inevitable and crucial part of their journey. Every time you fail, you gather new information, refine your strategies, and build resilience. By changing your relationship with failure, you start to see it not as something to be feared, but as something that is essential to growth. Gratitude also plays a significant role in training your brain to enjoy difficult challenges. When you're grateful for the opportunity to face a challenge, it's harder to resent the struggle that comes with it. Practicing gratitude shifts your focus away from what is hard or painful toward what is valuable and rewarding. It trains your brain to look for the silver lining in any situation. You can cultivate gratitude by reflecting on the lessons that challenges offer, or by reminding yourself how far you've come. Over time, this practice helps you appreciate the journey, not just the destination. Another crucial aspect of training your brain is breaking down large challenges into smaller, more manageable tasks. Our brains are easily overwhelmed by massive, complex problems, which is why it's important to chunk them into smaller steps. When you approach a challenge incrementally, it feels less daunting and more achievable. As you complete each step, you experience small victories, which release dopamine, a chemical associated with pleasure and reward. This reinforces the behavior, making it easier to continue tackling difficult tasks. Over time, your brain starts associating challenges with the satisfaction of achievement, rather than the stress of failure. Mindfulness and meditation can also play a role in helping your brain deal with tough challenges. Mindfulness practices teach you to stay present in the moment, which can help reduce anxiety and prevent your brain from spiraling into negative thought patterns. Meditation helps to train your focus and patience, both of which are invaluable when facing difficult tasks. With regular practice, you'll find it easier to maintain a calm and collected mindset, even when dealing with stressful situations. One of the most overlooked aspects of mental training is the importance of rest and recovery. Just as muscles need time to repair after a workout, your brain needs downtime to process information and consolidate learning. Pushing yourself too hard, without breaks, can lead to burnout, which makes it harder to enjoy or even approach tough challenges. Incorporating regular rest periods into your routine ensures that your brain stays sharp, resilient, and ready to take on the next challenge with enthusiasm. An often underestimated factor in enjoying challenges is the support you get from others. Surrounding yourself with positive, like-minded individuals who also value growth and perseverance can dramatically influence your outlook. When you see others tackle difficult challenges with a positive attitude, it becomes easier to adopt that same attitude for yourself. Additionally, the encouragement and advice of those around you can provide motivation during moments when your own mental strength falters. Lastly, it's important to remember that enjoying tough challenges doesn't happen overnight. Like any form of training, it requires consistent practice and dedication. There will be times when it feels easier to give up, but with persistence, you'll begin to notice a shift in how your brain responds to difficulty. As your mindset evolves, the once daunting challenges will start to excite you. The very process of tackling them will become its own reward. The satisfaction of knowing you're improving and growing will eventually outweigh the discomfort of the challenge itself.